Welcome, lovely Libra, to your general timeless reading. I will begin your reading with interpretation of clairvoyant information that came through. I will also be scrying the turban seashell and the crystals, and then I will also be pulling cards from the symbolic deck and or the oracle decks as spiritually led. And at the end, if spirit tells me to move this direction, I will also be pulling a charm or charms for you as well. Okay, let's go ahead and roll, lovely Libra, and see what Spirit has in store. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, all who are with me in the highest divine realms of love and truth, I ask that you please give me clear understanding, clear communication, and interpretation skills to bring forth the most truthful, loving information that Libra needs to know most. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Spirit does want me to start with this. Okay, so here's what I saw in like a clip vision. I call them clip visions because it's like seeing a short that is like 5 to 10 seconds long. What I saw was a feminine energy that was representing Libra. Okay, so this is not gender specific. Now, this feminine energy, Libra, was also holding a child that looked approximately 2 years old. There's a masculine in the middle. And this feminine energy, Libra, is very upset, okay, at this person in the middle, this masculine. Now, to the left of this masculine, there is a feminine. So I'm going to go through all the symbology that I have with this and explain what I got from this. So first of all, Libra, you're coming through as very highly divinely connected. I feel like you could be what some people call a chosen one, a star seed, a light worker, all of the above. But whatever this is, you definitely have some type of empathic or sensitive abilities that are open, because when I see hair that is pulled back like this, away from the face, away from the eyes, properly in place, that's a symbol of focus, being able to focus on meditation, alignment to God, the divine, Christ consciousness, and also you have a bun that is on top of your crown chakra area. And the crown chakra is also the direct alignment to what I've already mentioned within Christ consciousness. So you are very gifted here, okay? Very open. You have a divine purpose over your life. Now, this child that you're holding, this child does not have to literally mean a child. For some of you, yes, it may. But for most of you, this is going to mean some kind of a business or something that you may have either been thinking about putting into action for approximately 2 years, or you could have already put something into action approximately 2 years, but it's still at its toddler phase, okay? It's still very young in the works. It has a lot of growth to do to go before, it can reach maturity, right? Now, in the middle, there is this male. Now, this male, he was wearing a tie and a blue dress up, like a button-up shirt. So that was telling me that's significant. So that was telling me this is someone who maybe blue collar, who, does do some kind of work outside the home. Now, also, here's the thing. This person has a full head of hair. Hair is symbolic for divine protection. Okay, so both of you, what it's looking like to me, this is two people here that have a soul contract together or some kind of divine purpose. Okay, now to the left, which is to the right, what you're seeing this way, there is a feminine sitting beside this masculine, right? Now, this feminine, you see, there's no hair here. This feminine's only wearing like one of those caps that are called berets. That's all she has on her head. Now, anytime that I see a hat, especially with no hair, so there's no divine protection here, that's telling me this person is hiding something. There's something covered up here. And also the expression on this person's face, okay? Now, something else. This person has, I'm going to say she because it's feminine energy, but it's not gender specific. But she has her arms crossed. That is a symbol of deception. Look it up. A symbol of deception. There is a third party. Does not have to be intimate. Please know this. But this could be a cousin, a child. It could be your child, this person's child. It could be a sister of this person, a family member, a friend, whatever. But there's someone here that is attempting, they're hiding something, okay? There's some kind of deception trying to cause some kind of problem between this union, okay? And here you are, Libra. I'm feeling for most of you that this child is some type of business or project, some kind of hobby, something that you've been working on again for, 2 years, or at least had the idea that you wanted to start it for about 2 years, something like that, but it's still very young. And I feel like Spirit's saying here, excuse my dog in the background. The neighbors are home, so just give her just a minute. But there are, it's like here you are focusing on, because you're looking at this masculine, okay? You're focusing on this masculine, and you're also making the time to create something here. And if it's a child, of course, children take away from our time as well. But you're finding this good balance. You're Libra, right? The balance scales. You're finding the good balance in between the time that you are spending with this person. So let's say this person's gone during the day to work, because obviously this person works. And for me, with the tie, the button-up shirt this person was wearing, that's telling me, for myself, that's a symbol this person works outside the home. So while this person has gone to work, this is when you work. It's just an example, but it's like, how to split your time up between this person and whatever this child means for you, right? So you're being very, very balanced and in alignment, okay? Now, this person knows this. This person knows about your abilities. They also, I feel like, have some type of empathic or sensitive type abilities. They may not be fully open yet because of the amount of hair on this person's head, but I do feel like this person does have some kind of abilities that either you or this person recognizes that they have, okay? They may not be as strongly open as you at this point, but this is some kind of divine union here, and some kind of third party attempting to come in and stop it. Okay, so that's what I have on that. Let's go ahead and go to the crystal spirit. Holy Divine, please show me, tell me, or both. What would you like Libra to know about this situation, please? Thank you. Here. Okay, Spirit's pulling me here. Okay, who is Libra? Okay, here. Okay, Spirit corrected me. Okay, who is Libra? Whoa. Whoa. Libra, you are coming in as a lion. Whoa. Hold on just a minute. Spirit's still showing me more. Okay. So what Spirit has given me so far It's like Libra. All of a sudden, I saw this lion just like jumping like this, leaping. Okay. And the lion was absolutely humongous, giant. Okay. Now, the expression on the lion's face, which is representing you in that moment, was ferociousness. Like, do not mess with me. I am truth. And I will speak my truth. Okay, that's the expression. And then I saw another vision, and I saw it was like a quiet little lion over here smiling. You were no longer this big giant. It's almost a feeling of like, now we don't want to blow, right? We do not want to blow. We want to be careful how we react to people and situations, right? That being said, we want to make sure that when we stand up for ourselves, that people know we mean it as well. Okay. We need to be very blunt. We need to be very firm and say, no, that is not right. This is the truth. This is the truth of the situation. And you can believe what you want. If you don't trust me, if you don't believe me, that's fine. You're allowed to not believe me. You're allowed to not trust me. But I know what move I need to make now. You know, something like that. Stand your ground. Okay. And as long as you stay divinely connected, stay grounded, and stand firm in truth, it has to be truth. As long as you do that, you are going to come out the victor on the other side. Now, let's dive a little bit deeper and see what's going to happen in this situation. Okay. Because you know, this masculine does not have to be someone you are in a relationship with, right? This could be a coworker, it could be a family member as well. You know, it could be so many different people in your life. So just take it how it resonates. Spirit, Holy Divine, please give me the top 2 cards for Libra. Top 2 cards, please. For Libra, what does Libra need to know? Please tell me when to stop. Please tell me when to stop. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I just heard top and bottom. Okay. Dear future, I'm ready. Okay. And if you see, there's no curves, so that's telling me there's no challenges. It's just straightforward. Okay. All right. Very good. Now we're going to take the one on the bottom. And what do we have? The best is yet to come. Look at this. You have 2 roads, same colors, that are straight. Okay. Dear future, I'm ready. The best is yet to come. Okay. This is whatever this baby is for you. Okay. Spirit is giving you a straight path forward to something incredible, Libra. I was going to say leader. You're going to become some kind of leader here in some way, somehow. With Libra, there's something amazing. Wow. The same color. This has never happened before. I use this deck all the time. I've never had these 2 same cards ever come out together. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the other decks. Spirit, where would you like for me to go? I would like to stick with the Oracle, please, in these readings. Yeah, I'm doing these readings a little different this time. Okay, this way. Okay. I asked Spirit how I could do it different, you know, just to change the pace of things and do things a little differently, have fun in a different way, right? So nothing gets boring for myself or you all. So Spirit showed me in vision, drawing out and doing what I usually do when I do personal readings. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do that. Sounds great. Okay, thank you. All right, what do we have? Old wounds and patterns. We attract what we need to heal. Often we find ourselves attracting the same type of people or situations that are not the best for us until we choose to find the common denominator of what we need to heal and release. The cycle will continue. Go within to heal the pain, layer by layer, to find joy again. So, spirits, I mean, that makes a lot of sense with what came through. Okay. Spirits saying here, there may be something that a situation that you're in, Libra, that may be another cycle. Okay. And maybe you don't see it. Maybe you haven't learned the red flags yet, but Spirit's asking you to take a step back and assess a situation that you're in or thinking about coming into, and really look at that situation through, and think about are you in some type of cycle? Using myself as an example, I am that cycle after cycle abused wife person. Okay, that was me. That is no longer me. I will never allow that again. But I had to do the work. I had to see what the truth was. I had to see what faults of mine were contributing. Okay, and I had to take on and heal by accepting the things that I contributed to, that I allowed in my life, that how I allowed people to treat me. Um, Even though I would keep thinking and being innocent about certain things. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not free from, anything, because I am human. I make mistakes just like everyone else. What I'm talking about is abusive patterns, okay, in other people. I'm not abusive. So I would innocently try to talk to my exes, and abuse would occur just out of nowhere, rages and just craziness, right? So I had to learn, why did I allow these people to treat me this way? Why did I stay in these situations for years and then leave, divorce, whatever, and get right back into the same situation again, over and over since childhood? And when I went back to childhood and I started looking at, the patterns with my dad, and then I began really going in depth and studying these things, like all the things. What did he do to me? How did I react? Why did I react that way? Why did he act the way he did? Why, all these things. What did I see him do to my mom? All this stuff. And how is it affecting me now? And it's like step by step, I had to recognize my actions or reactions to certain things that I had I kept holding on to, like traumatized. Um, and I had to learn to start healing those things. And with the help of God and the divine, I did. I healed. 100%. I healed. I'm now healed. I literally felt the last bit because I prayed. I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months ago, I prayed um, for God to help me because I was spiraling down. I was going through another divorce, or had already went through a divorce, but it was recent, and I was spiraling down, and it was like I felt like I couldn't come out of it. And so it was for, like, I don't know, for about 2 weeks. And then I prayed and I said, please help me heal from this. Help me understand. Help me stop this cycle. The cycle has to stop now. No more. And immediately that night, I went to sleep and I was awakened. And when I woke up, I'm not kidding you, and I'm not nuts, okay? I saw my spirit swirling up above me, and I literally saw and felt, it was like something broke free. I could feel my spirit, like something had just broken off, and my spirit was light. And I knew I'd been healed, and I saw it come back into my body. So I knew my prayer had been answered. I knew that I had been healed, right? But I had to put in all that work. I had to learn. This is years of work, repeating cycles over and over and over again, right? And finally getting to the point of understanding, why am I doing these things, allowing these people to treat me this way? Why am I being too nice all the time? Why am I not saying no? All these things, and transforming myself into loving myself, respecting myself, and expecting others to do the same with me, to respect me just as I respect myself, just as I respect other people, right? So it takes a lot of work, but I feel like that's what Spirit's saying here. So this situation that some of you are either in or getting ready to step into, where there's some kind of third party going on here, family, whatever, friends, someone does not want this to be a lasting relationship. Okay. And someone's going to try to stop you on your straight path here to something amazing, that you are being spiritually driven. You see, you're being spiritually driven down this path. This is something you're going to feel a pull or tug that you know you have to do. It's in your divine purpose, your contract. Okay. But someone is going to try to cause some kind of chaos or drama, some kind of big tower moment between you and some other person that is, again, that person could just be a friend, co-worker, but they are a divine counterpart. You do have a soul contract with this person, and I do not feel like it is karmic. I feel like you're really supposed to be in each other's lives, but there is a karmic that's trying to interfere to stop this. It's all spiritual. That's what it boils down to. Negative energies trying to stop the light of God, okay, from the purpose. All right, let's go ahead and go to more cards. Where would you? Ooh, here again. Spirit wants me to pull from this deck again. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this card here. Guys, I'm sorry I spoke so long about the cycle thing. However, if I feel like Spirit's guiding me to say something to help someone, I have to do it, okay? That's part of my purpose. Okay, high vibrations, transformation. I cannot make this up, and this is a heart. What did I just tell you, my story? What did I just tell you? God healed my heart. Oh my gosh, okay. You have chosen to step into a higher vibration that is in alignment with your soul path right here. Here we go. And higher knowing. The higher knowing. This is it. Right here. This is the bun on your crown chakra. I'm telling you guys, this is amazing. Okay. You now have the awareness that you are limitless and ready for transformation. The lion. Okay. You're ready to transform. You're ready to step into this this plan that God has for you. Okay, you're ready to become that lion. You're ready to roar. If anyone gets in your way or attempts to get in your way to stop you from your divine soul mission, and I feel like what's going on here is this is like you already know, many of you watching this already know your divine life's mission. You're here on a mission. You know, you're a light worker, starseed, a chosen one. But you know what you're supposed to do, or at least you know that you move under God's direction and you are divinely led with everything that you do. And you already know you have to do as instructed. Yeah, you could choose with free will to not do so, but then you've just voided your contract. When you come here, you're sent here on a mission. You have to fulfill these missions, or like when I don't, my life is hell. My life is literal hell when I don't listen. And so is anyone else's that is in my household. Everyone pays. But when I do as I'm instructed, when I'm instructed, even if it makes other people aggravated, then everything goes smoothly. Things work out for me that I never knew would work out for me in the ways that they do. That just happen. Just happen. Okay? So I feel like with this lion bouncing in, pouncing, it's going to be a situation of where you're going to have to stand in your truth, and you're going to have to stand up for your purpose, your divine mission here. And it's going to be up to that person that was in the center, that divine masculine, whether they're going to, I don't really want to say pick sides, but I will say see the truth. Okay. This person's eyes, look at this. They are closed. So they're not seeing the truth about a situation here. So there may be some time that this divine masculine, because remember, this person is not as awake as you are, Libra. Okay? They have already started the awakening, but they are not as awake. So they're not going to be as understanding and in depth spiritually as you are yet to understand what's going on. Okay, what's really going on, to see the bird's eye view. So this person, let's say if this is a cousin, well, they've known this cousin a lot longer than they have you, Libra, right? So it could be a situation that at first this person believes this person. Okay, and it's going to require you to stand in your truth, be that lion. It's stand up for your divine mission and purpose, and remind this person God comes first. God always comes first, no matter what. And I feel like if you do, we're going to go on the cards a little more, but I feel like if you do end up having to either set very strong boundaries or walk away, it won't be long, and this person is going to realize the truth, because this person is going to do this person really, really dirty. What I'm getting here is this person doesn't want you in the way, because this person is manipulative to this person. That's what I'm getting here. This person may see it a little bit, but I feel like there's such a close bond here. Could be parent, child, sister, brother, but whatever this is, I feel like this person is this could even be a mother, to child. But however this person is so manipulative over this person. This person doesn't fully see all of the manipulation. Okay. And once you leave, there's no one else to blame but this person, right? If something goes wrong, if you're not there, well, that leaves those two, right? So then this person's eyes begin to open more and more and more, and realize, oh my gosh, I made a huge mistake here. And then they will see this person for who they are, but then it's going to be too late between the two of you. You see what I'm saying here? I don't feel like this relationship is going to, if this person continues to not see the clarity of the situation and wants to believe this person over you, I don't see things working out long term there. Okay. And again, this does not have to be intimate partnership. Okay. This could be work, friend, whatever. Okay. Spirit, where would you like for me to go next, please? Either one of these? Okay. Spirit, I feel like I would like to pull some tarot. I would like to get some more answers about this situation for Libra, please. Which deck? Which tarot? Ooh, this one. Okay. Let's see. Sun. What would you like to tell Libra? Tell me about this situation here. Tell me about this situation. Okay. You want, whoa, hold on. Reverse or upright? Yes, upright. We have 10 of Swords. Yeah, exactly. I can't make it up. That's the only card Spirit spit out of this deck. 10 of Swords. Okay, so we got stabbed in the back energy, but this is a blessing in disguise, right? So it's one of these things of standing in your truth, standing up for your divine purpose, putting God first. And what's going to happen here is, Libra, you're going to be teaching this person a big lesson. You're going to be teaching both of them a big lesson because there's going to be a tower moment here. You're coming in as basically the tower in this situation. Yes, that third party is going to be causing a tower as well. However, you coming in, pouncing in like a lion, standing in your truth for your divine purpose, not allowing anyone to veer you off the straight path. Please, Libra, remember this. This is the first time I have ever, in years of having these cards, that these two have come out together. This is a confirmation, one after the other. Spirit saying this is a straight path. You're getting ready to take off here to something amazing. But it's going to come after this tower. So, in a sense, you're going to be creating a tower by standing up for yourself, by standing up for God and why you're here. And that's going to also make a ripple effect on that masculine and that third party. Okay? And it may be, several weeks after you walk away. Because I don't feel like in this situation, boundaries are going to do anything here. I feel like this is a situation of, I see how it is. I'm going to put God first. God never steers me wrong. Humans do. And I feel like you're out the door. I feel like it's that kind of situation. Okay. But once you make that choice, if that divine masculine, this is only if that divine masculine chooses the third party over your divine purpose, okay, then that's where I see you walking away for good. That's where I see you heading even stronger into your divine purpose, okay? Now, if that divine masculine is going to be supportive of you, and within that tower moment, when you become that lion, realizes that, hey, you mean business, that if you're going to be with me, you have to accept that I put God first. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, but I'm not seeing that with his eyes closed, or that masculine's eyes closed in the vision. I'm not seeing that yet because this masculine is not seeing clearly right now. So I don't feel like this masculine's going to see clearly until you're gone, Libra, until you walk away. Okay. Now this could be someone new. This could be someone you've been with for years. I don't have that information coming out. Okay. That's going to be up to you to, in your individual situation, to figure out. But just know that if you know that you're a star seed, a light worker, a chosen one, you know that you have a life purpose, and you know that you do as God instructs you on your mission and your purpose here, then you know that you have to do what you're instructed to do, that God has to come first. And so by knowing that, you will know what you have to do. It will be clear. Okay? All right. Okay, anything else from this deck? No. And guys, I want you to understand, I am not promoting leaving. Okay, I want to make that clear. I'm not promoting relationships breaking up, but as I said, this does not mean it has to be an intimate partnership. That could be your cousin that, doesn't believe you because of their person, right? It could be so many different scenarios. So, as I always tell people, don't listen to anything I say. Hear the advice, observe it, take it to God, and ask God, is this for me in my situation? Because that's what I do. I listen to people, but then I know that, okay, I don't do as other people instruct me. I take that information. If it sounds like it may be for me and I'm not really sure, then I take that information and I take it to God. And I say, okay, this is what so and so said. Is that for me? And if so, what are my next steps? And I wait and allow God to guide me. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with me saying, don't listen to me. Hear what I'm saying as an observer. Okay. Then take anything that may sound that resonates with you to God. Get the information from God so that, because I'm human, and although I know how to interpret, I may not always be right. Okay, I'm in human form. So that being said, I could be so wrong and I could steer you wrong. So that's where you need to take the information and go to God. Okay, because I never want to hurt someone. I never want to send someone down the wrong path, because I know I want to go down the right path, right? So we got to make sure that everybody understands this. Okay, so nothing else from that. Anything else for Libra? Okay, nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and see what Simple Spirit wants to give you. And what do we have here? Look at that. Look at that. You have Archangel Michael. You have a guardian archangel. What are we talking about here? Your divine purpose. You are being, I'm telling you, this has to do with your mission, okay? It's almost like, I don't feel it's like a test. I don't feel it is a test at all, okay? But it's almost going to, in a sense, appear that way, but it's not. But it's going to be like you knowing, okay, here's the situation. I know I have to go down this path. If this person isn't going to go with me, I got to go. That's just how it is. And so I don't really feel it's like a test, because it's like I already know what you're going to choose. Okay. Spirit's already saying this is what you're going to choose. And you're divinely protected. You're divinely guided. You're going to feel that tug. And that tug is going to be so strong because you have two of these down a straight path. Okay. Two. That's telling me that tug, that drive to go down your mission is going to be so strong, you're not going to be able to walk away from it. You're not. And I promise you, if for any reason you use free will, just for, maybe a few days, and say, you know what, I'm going to think about it. While you're feeling this tug, I got to go. I have to do this. And it's God, but you still say, well, I want to appease this person for a few days, try to make things work. I'm just going to tell you right now, and you are allowed to do that, okay, with free will. But please know, when you get these tugs, if you don't do it, and I'm speaking from experience, many times I did not listen. My life turned to hell, okay? It truly did. And as soon as I complied, everything came right back into alignment. Everything went smooth. Okay. But let me say, I think, God, I'm not ready yet. Okay, Michelle, let's make your life a mess. It's exactly what happens. Okay, so Do what you want. I can't really tell you what to do, but that's things that happen, okay? Just to make you aware. All right. Much love to you, lovely Libra. And as always, my friends, find your miracle in everything. If we look hard enough, we will always find that miracle, Libra. Much love.